Alright, how you guys doing today? This is Andy Omar, and today we're here at SM Clark, and we're gonna talk about getting rid of your Filipina. Well, the thing is that it is really hard to get rid of your girl. It's really hard to get rid of a woman who you've been with. Sometimes, some people just don't find them attractive anymore. Some people just want to move with somebody else. Some people just dislike them in general. Because, you know, when people usually are in LDR, when they meet, they can meet and they can know each other for a certain amount of years, 10, 5 years. At the end of the day, once you get to know this girl, once you see her, that is when you know if you like her or not. When you actually spend some real time with her, that is when you actually know her. Not all this LDR. So for me, usually LDR does not count. LDR does not compute. LDR is a farce, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, there are some successful LDR relationships. Most of them are not that great. So, usually, it's either LDRs or it's usually people who just get to know these girls in the Philippines and you don't know them until you live with them. That's the thing. A lot of them you don't know until you live with them. So, sometimes you just want to get rid of them. Or sometimes you might have a problem and you just want to get rid of them. Sometimes you just want to break up. But there's times when you want to talk to them and you tell them about it, but it does not compute in their brains. And this happens quite a lot, especially when you want to break up and they don't. A lot of them. That's happened to me constantly. It's like, man, I want to move on or whatever. No, this is. Sometimes they like to threaten you. Because supposedly they love you. Sometimes they like to just try to fix it the whole time, just trying to fix it. But of course, a lot of these guys here, you know, you can't fix something that is already broken, right? Once the base is broken and once you put the pieces back together, that's still not gonna fly. So, as for me, I'll just give some tips, I guess, on how to get rid of a Filipina girlfriend. A Filipina girlfriend that you don't want. It's very hard to get rid of them. Very honestly, it's very hard to get rid of them. No matter what situations you would create, no matter if you get caught cheating or get caught doing something that you create just so they can leave you, it's not gonna happen. No matter how many times you're gonna ask them, hey, I wanna move on. Hey, I wanna do this and that. It's not gonna happen. It won't happen. One tip I would have to say is just create a situation where it's semi-extreme. You can say something that, hey, all of a sudden you're broke. They might believe it, they might not. And some of them, a lot of them, will still stay until you tell them it's time for you to find a freaking job. You know, this is the one thing that it's very hard to get rid of them. It's very hard for them to compute. Very hard for them. So you can tell them, hey, this is hard. I don't want to get involved with you anymore or whatever. It does not compute. They want to fix it. What else? Sometimes you have to involve legal to get rid of them. And that I'm just talking about an extreme example, which I've only known a few people who done that. There's times where people, there's pretty good advice out there, but there's also the bad advice where people actually advise you, like Gio's friend, that Paul's Asian Adventure guy, to change the locks, change the door, change the knobs, everything, and then leave her stuff outside. That's the one thing that you shouldn't do. Anyway, at this bank, CTBC, you can take up to 40,000 pesos at one time. That's my tip of the day. We are here going to Fields Avenue, going around Fields Avenue. This is Angeles City. And again, it's very difficult, man. It's very difficult to get rid of these girls. You would have to create a situation where you have to put them more on social media. Create a situation where they might find somebody else in social media. Put a situation in where expose them more to more guys out there so they can find another guy. That'd be another one. So you can let it down easy. And let them make the mistakes, not you. Once they know they made the mistakes, they get the fuck out of your life. That is the one thing I can say. Create situations not that you are the one being victimized or whatever. No. Create a situation in where she is the perpetrator. In where she does the mistakes. When you create that situation, yeah, it's fucking gaslighting. Yes, I am saying gaslight the fuck out of her, okay? That's the best way you could do it to get rid of a situation. I know some people use gaslighting to keep a woman. For me, I use the gaslighting situation to get rid of one. Isn't that where somebody lives? Oh my God, a certain blogger? Anyway, I need to go there sometime. Anyway, always create a situation in which she is the perpetrator. I know it is a bad gaslighting technique, but hey, it has to be done. It has to be done. Because they're not gonna leave. They will not leave. I'm telling you. Sometimes people want to be playboys. They want to move out. They want to do this and that. And the one thing I could tell you guys is do not let the girls move in, or you will be in this situation where they will never leave. They will never leave. Do not move them in unless you know them. Do not marry them unless you know them well. Again, beautiful Angeles City. This is Andy Omar signing out. Peace.